Behaving Wealthy presents the High Worth Shift podcast. Behaving Wealthy. Be, have wealth. Who do you have to be to have wealth? The only difference between rich and broke is worthiness. Your behaviors and your habits are a reflection of your feelings of worth. I'm Robin A. Young, and I'm here to give you enough simple rich behaviors to increase your worth, your wealth, and your freedom. In fact, my promise to you is that every rich behavior I share could yield you 3 times richer results, creating your high worth shift. Welcome back to the High Worth Shift podcast. It's Robin A. Young, certified financial planner and CEO of Behaving Wealthy. And I'm so excited that you've chosen to spend your valuable time with me. You've heard the axiom, if you stay ready, then you don't have to get ready. Today's episode encourages you to get your financial life in order so that you can take advantage of investment opportunities that arise. Did you know that millionaires are made during recessions? Why? The people who can profit from distressed opportunities during down markets are the people who win when the value of those assets rebound. Let's take a scenario when the stock market dips by 20%. People who don't understand investing or people who have an unsuitable asset mix may sell investments that have lost value in order to put those funds in cash to feel more comfortable. In this scenario, those people's losses are twofold. One, they realize the 20% loss, which means that they can never recoup that money. And 2, they lose because they don't use the 20% loss as an opportunity to buy more at lower prices. On the other hand, the people who see market dips as opportunities believe Napoleon Hill, who stated that opportunity often comes disguised in the form of misfortune or temporary defeat. So what is an investment opportunity? Examples of investment opportunities are real estate investment properties or investment assets like stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, or even purchasing existing businesses and franchises, or even a startup opportunity. Keep in mind, it's an opportunity, but not a guarantee to exchange today's money for significantly more later. These are scenarios that may require an upfront deposit. You're sacrificing your extra cash now for potentially a lot more cash later. This is a great opportunity to set yourself up to have more of what you really want in the future. The best investment is an asset that has inherent value, but is temporarily distressed. Distressed opportunities are like designer items that are selling at a significant discount. The key is the investment must have intrinsic worth. It's simply underpriced right now. When assets are underpriced, what do? Your immediate emotional response when I ask that question indicates which camp you're in, a 2-time winner or a 2-time loser. The 2-time winner receives at least 2 possibilities for more returns. The 2-time loser forever loses out on those opportunities for more money. So which camp are you in? Do you want to win twice, or do you choose to lose twice? Of course you want to win twice. For you to participate in these significant opportunities, you must have a good financial foundation. You cannot win if you are not on good financial footing. The finances of too many high income earners are a house of cards. Emergencies can cause finances and lives to fall apart, an exhausting loop of robbing Peter to pay Paul. When you're in the throes of earning, you get paid every 2 weeks or twice a month. So there's a lot of money that flows in and tons of money that flows out, often giving the illusion that there is more of a cushion or surplus than there really is. It's just this hamster wheel of earning and spending, but the structure is not sound. It cannot withstand temporary losses or missed payments or money disruptions. Why? Because certain financial milestones have not been achieved that protect you when life happens. So how do you get ready so that you can maximize opportunities? You're ready when you consistently execute the specific rich behaviors that yield sustainable and predictable financial security and freedom. That's why I give you at least 2 rich behaviors every single month in the High Worth Shift podcast so that you can reap the 3-time richer results for each rich behavior you execute. You sacrifice 10 minutes now for at least 3 times more money, 3 times more time, and 3 times more love in the future. It's critical to push past the procrastination habit and courageously choose to win. Are you willing to sacrifice a relatively small amount of time and money now to have significantly more in the future? If so, then decide to get your financial life in order so that you can exploit opportunities that present themselves. Hint, hint. This means that your money can start to work harder for you even when you sleep. Today's rich behavior is to assess your readiness to take advantage of investment opportunities. Please answer the following questions to know where you stand. Do you know exactly how much you spend every month? Do you know exactly how much you spend on non-monthly fun? Do you know exactly how much you specifically need in your unique emergency fund? Do you know exactly how much debt you have? Do you know the exact answers to the 5 critical retirement questions? Do you know exactly how much money you need for elder care and dignity in your last years? And finally, do you know exactly how much you need to save now to help your kids with college or other career expenses? Calculating and knowing the customized answers to these 7 questions will help you create money habit number 2. Remember money habit number 2? Know it? People who are financially free always know the customized calculations of these 7 questions. Once you know your answers, then you can use that knowledge to allocate and maximize income accordingly. Then and only then are you ready to capitalize on distressed opportunities. If you don't answer a resounding yes to those 7 questions, then you are not ready yet. Now, if you want me to help you get ready, then text READY to 888-85-WORTH, that's 96784, and hire me to calculate and coach you to freedom. I want you to create an infrastructure that will allow you to maximize your money. Your money could and should be working harder for you. The biggest problem with not being ready and still trying to take advantage of opportunities is that you're actually making your financial life more unstable. Let me explain how you destroy precarious financial stability. If you're not really ready, then you'll use money that's earmarked for other goals, like taking money from your emergency fund, which means that now you and your assets are not protected or covered. Or you take money out of your retirement accounts, which means that you have an additional debt to repay. People who are financially free do not rob Peter to pay Paul. People who are financially free have money earmarked specifically for investment opportunities. They don't touch money that's slated for one goal and inappropriately use it for another. It is not an investment opportunity when it makes you less financially stable. Part of being ready is being in a position to profit from situations that can ultimately benefit you. When you have your financial life in order and you have extra money to set aside for opportunities, then, as my granny would say, you're cooking with gas. Until then, you are not ready. Ready starts by prioritizing your financial health. I'm going to tell you the truth. There are so many people that tell you that financial stability happens instantly. It does not. It requires time and discipline. People who prey on your need for instant gratification are tricking you. Yes, you can get immediate results, but you need more than one-time immediate results to achieve sustainable freedom. For sustainable freedom, you need consistent, favorable results. For sustainable freedom, you need predictable, favorable results. Both are required for you to enjoy the freedom you crave forever. Freedom is a way of life. Freedom is an effect. You are the cause. Your freedom behaviors make up the cause. When you consistently execute rich behaviors, you become a good steward of what you currently have. This primes you for more. This requires discipline. When you're disciplined with your money decisions, you'll automatically begin to maximize what you have. This discipline becomes a part of who you are. Remember what behaving wealthy means. Who do you have to be to have wealth? I'll tell you, you have to be disciplined. You have to be consistent. You have to be more. When you do this, then you build a sound infrastructure that can automatically increase your cash and other assets. It isn't just about the best total return. It is creating a system that always boosts your returns in all economic environments, no matter what. It's a win-win strategy. There's one nuanced distinction I want to make. You've heard people say start before you're ready. This advice is reminding you not to wait until you achieve perfection before you start. The ready I'm talking about is not about perfection. The ready I'm talking about is courage because you may have to do it afraid. The ready I'm talking about is focused on what you really want. And the ready I'm talking about is taking a baby step today to get ready. My ready requires you to have desire, whatever your definition is of freedom. Sacrifice. You must give up something of a lower nature for something of a higher nature. 3, you have to execute rich behaviors consistently. 4, you have to track your progress. And then, of course, you need to get support for your journey. Ultimately, staying ready means a daily, weekly, and monthly commitment to your freedom without knowing every step you need to take before you start. Just be willing to take the proven baby steps I've culled over the last 23 years. Don't be like most people who stop or wait because they don't know every step of the how before they start. This ready is a journey of building the habit of rich behaviors that lead to freedom and security. The good news is that I know for sure that you've succeeded without knowing every step ahead of time. You've had a goal that you really wanted and had no idea how to achieve it, but you kept taking the next best step as it was revealed to you. And voila, you prospered. You already know how to focus on the bigger goal while receiving navigation step-by-step help. That's what I'm here for, the coaching and calculating the next best steps that light your way to more worth, more wealth, and more freedom. The next move is yours. Choose to win twice. This is your one life. How do you plan to spend your one life? Now that you know today's rich behavior, it's time to make your move. Tell us when you complete today's rich behavior and what richer results you experience because you took today's baby step. Text 888-85-WORTH, 888-85-96784. We want to know how you are increasing your worth, your wealth, and your freedom. I know you're worth it, and I want you to know you're worth it. Most importantly, I want you to behave like you're worth it. If you loved what you learned today, please be sure to hit the follow button so you never miss a future episode, and leave a review to help me reach even more listeners just like you looking to maximize and turn their hard-earned income into more. The High Worth Shift podcast is created and copywritten in partnership with Robin A. Young and Behaving Wealthy. Be sure to rate, review, and follow the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Especially, be sure to rate, review, and follow the podcast if you really liked it. My promise to you is in every episode to give you one rich behavior that can yield you 3 times richer results. That gives you a 300% return on your time spent with me. Remember, richer results are on the other side of today's rich behavior. You are worth more. It's time to make your move.
Make your move. It's time to focus on yourself. Make your move. Baby, don't mind nobody else. Make your move. Do things that make you happier. Yeah. Make your move. Yeah, you can do it, just relax. Hey, baby, and trust yourself. Good things tend to take some time. Remember, you're the one in charge.